Transformers more than meets the eyes. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we got a special video for you. This is my first Transformer that I am going to actually unbox for you, and this is the Walmart 40th anniversary reissue of Transformer Autobot Blaster. Now, I always wanted Blaster when I was a kid, but I actually never got a Blaster. So this is actually my first blaster I get to actually own and play with. My cousin had one and I always liked playing with it when I was at his house. But this is my very own. So this is a special treat for me and hopefully for you too. So today, let's open this baby up. So, I'm gonna get my scissors here. Open up the box carefully. And this is like old time school blaster here. You got all the stats in the back there. We'll go look at those after. And you even got Steeljaw back here that comes with him. I cannot honestly say if I know for sure if Steeljaw originally came with Blaster, but I'm going to assume yes. So let's get him open here. There he is. Alright, there we got, this is what it looks like out of the box. We got a really cool gun here, so let's see if we can, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to just snip these little rubber things so I can get these out faster. There we go. And let's get the Steeljaw stuff out of there too. Steeljaw is a little hard to get at. I might just rip that one off. Okay, so let's get the gun out first. Let's pop that baby out. There's Blaster's gun. Let's get Blaster out. So Blaster, back in the day, Blaster played cassette tapes. So for the new generation out there, cassette tapes is what we used to play music on. And he was a ghetto blaster. The counterpart, which was the original Soundwave, Blaster was obviously developed so that he can fight Soundwave. And we will review Soundwave. I just have not been able to get my hands on one yet. But as soon as I'm able to, we are going to do the same thing and get Soundwave out here. I'm just opening up Steeljaw right now. Just a little bit trickier to get him out of the box because the elastic was tighter against him. Very good. So let's get the box behind here. All right. So we now have Blaster here. So you can see the Ghetto Blaster mode. There's an on-off switch. I don't think it actually moves. It does not. But you can see where the speakers are, right there. Speakers are here. There's the cassette tape. So you know this. You know, in real, if you were to walk around with a Sound Blaster back in the day, you could probably this would probably be the width between someone's shoulders, I would imagine. It was quite large, some of these Ghetto Blasters. I'm not sure if this was that size, but we have a couple buttons down here. Let's see if it actually clearly says what they are. Yep, we have a play button here, off button, and eject. I don't know why there's two off buttons, but this one does have two off buttons. And there's a little tuning button there. So that is the Blaster form in the back. Nothing really special, it's just the back. You can see a combination of Hasbro and Takara 1984. So this is true reissue here. You got the output band, so this is where the earplugs would go in. Okay, and you can obviously see this is where his head would transform out of. So let's figure out how to transform this thing. Alright, so step one, let's get the legs loose. I believe we gotta separate this somehow. Yep. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna switch that down. Oh, I think this thing snapped off somehow. Guess we be careful with that. Gonna push this thing down. Pop the legs down here. So we have the legs transformed here. Just going to zoom out a little bit because he's a little bit tall. I believe the feet pop down. Yes, they do. There's the feet. All right. And we're going to bring the arms out. There we go. Get the head out of there. There's the arms there. All right. And do these pop down? Yes, they do. There we go. So there's Blaster. Let's see how his arms swivel. Yes, they do. Is his hands turned? Oh, they do. Perfect. The hands turn. There we go. So we got Blaster here in robot form. Looks like the box has him holding the gun in this hand here. So let's put that to the lefty. So let's zoom in on Blaster there. I like the head mold. It looks pretty classic. Let's see. Does the head turn at all? The head does turn. So you can pose the head. Now, there's the chest plate, which I assume opens. Yes, it does, because you got to put the cassette in there after. So this will be Steeljaw here. So let's get Steeljaw in there. Make sure it closes. There we go. So Steeljaw does fit inside. So that's good. We'll get him out after. So you can see the hands. They both. You can put the gun in either hand. I just put it in this one just because that's the way the box had it. You can see the legs are where the stereo sensors are. I believe he actually used these for attack purposes. He would just kind of bend his leg and have sound waves coming out of there in attack portions when he wasn't using the gun. So he had a couple ways he could attack the Decepticons. So that's pretty cool. As far as toys go, I guess when I get the Soundwave, we're going to compare the sizes, but I believe Blaster is a fair bit taller than Soundwave is. But we're going to confirm that when we do have him. Now, do these buttons actually work? Actually, you can push them down. So let's see what the eject button does. The eject button actually works. So the eject button, when you press the eject button, it actually opens the chest plate. So let's figure out how he transforms. I assume he transforms very similar to Ravage. So let's get his legs unlocked. I haven't actually transformed this figure. I don't think. If I have, it was at my cousin's, but I don't remember actually transforming it. So I think this got to transform very similar to Ravage. So I'm trying to see if I can get his feet unlocked. There we go. Really tight in there. I think these are the way they are. And we got to get his head out. There we go. Here's his head. And I believe he has a tail in here. Yes, he does. Okay, so there's Steeljaw. And we're going to add his weapons on. So I believe these go this way. And this way. Okay, very good. So he's kind of reminds me of kind of a cross between Ravage and Laserbeak. And I say Laserbeak because Laserbeak, you had to attach his lasers on top of him after he transforms, or in this case, you attach it to the sides. I guess Ravage had those too. He did have little rockets on the side. So I guess, yeah, very, very similar to Ravage. And I believe this is supposed to be some kind of lion, have I not? Or some kind of big cat anyways. I assume lion. He looked kind of lionish. And so yeah, there's Steeljaw and there's Blaster. Let's see if we get them side by side. I don't know if this stands very well. His legs are really tight together. Do they come apart? No, they don't. Not really at all. So his legs are really tight together. I do not know if I can get him to stand properly. Well, let's try. All right, we do. Okay, very good. So let's put them side by side. You can see the height discrepancy between the cassette and Blaster is obviously quite large, but that's understandable considering that it comes in out of this little thing right there. So Blaster, there we go. That's his robot form. I think that's really nice. I like his gun. Very sleek. Nice laser gun there. So let's go ahead, now that we have him in robot form, see if there's anything else we want to look at. The back, nothing remarkable with the back. pretty much most of the details in the front. And I said, we looked at the arms already, the chest plate, the other arm, and the gun, head, and the feet there. So really not much to look at there still. And with Steeljaw here, we have both sides look very, very, very similar, almost identical. So let's go ahead and transform these back, okay? So we're going to take off the wings here. For Steeljaw, we're going to flip the tail in. We're going to tuck his head in, flip this, rotate his this part down. You can see the Autobot signal there. We're going to kick his feet up and tuck him in, like that. And then we're going to tuck these feet in. Let's see if I can get them in properly. I think I have to fold these in somehow. That didn't do that right. How do they look here? Pretty sure I had to bend these in. There we go. There we go. All right, so we bend the feet in. We got everything like that. I guess I'm going to put them inside. Open them up. Put them inside. Don't think that's in all the way. Something's preventing it from going down. Oh, the head wasn't all the way down. There we go. The locking mechanism does not want to work. There we go. Now, let's transform Blaster. We're going to take his gun off first. We're going to rotate his hands in and push him in. Rotate his hands, push him in, push his arms in. We're going to rotate him down, flip them inwards, push the arms in, turn his head around, pop that down, and flip his arms. So as you can see, the nice thing about, and I've said this before in my other videos, the nice thing I like about these G1 Transformers is they're very intuitive on how to transform them. Like, I honestly didn't really even look at the instructions too much to transform it. I just kind of looked at the picture and see what it's supposed to look like and figure it out from there. Whereas I find these newer Transformers are, you got to look at the instructions a lot of times because I can't figure it out for the life of me, how to transform the newer Transformers. So there is Blaster in back into his well, I can't say vehicle mode, but his blaster or sound blaster mode, I guess, his ghetto blaster mode, his disguise mode. Again, I like this. This is my first Blaster. I like it. I'm glad to add this into my collection finally. And so there you guys have it. That's the unboxing, transformation of Blaster and Steeljaw, one of his cassettes. I believe he's got to have at least another 4 or 5 cassettes. I'll have to look into that. To be honest, since I've never had Blaster, I never really played with the cassettes either, so I'm not as familiar with those cassettes as I am with Soundwave. But I imagine he has probably either equal or very similar number of count of cassettes as Soundwave does. And so that, my friends, is Blaster. So let me know what you guys think of Blaster, and who do you like more, Blaster or Soundwave? And we will get Soundwave up here. I just got to find get a hold of one, and we'll get a Soundwave up here. I would review my OG one, but he's kind of flimsy, and I'm kind of scared I might break it. So we're gonna wait till we can actually open a new one. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of classic G1 Blaster reissued. This is the 40th anniversary set. You can get this at Walmart, and they're still available. I just picked mine up recently, and we've been dying to shoot this video for you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more Transformers, and we will see you guys soon. Take care, guys. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and as always, I appreciate you all.